There is a profound, quiet weight in what you have done. By leaving the car exactly as she left it, the dice, the stickers, the toys, even the socks, you have created a sanctuary. You have essentially paused time in that space, preserving the fragments of her daily life just as they were. Fixing the car body, even though she is gone, is a powerful act. It shows that you kept your word. It is a way of honoring the promise you made to her during her hardest fight. It is a final act of care, ensuring that the vessel she moved through the world in is whole, even if your world feels fractured. The Museum of Memory. When you keep a space exactly as someone left it, you are practicing a form of grief preservation. Psychologically, this serves a few purposes. Honoring the living memory. It keeps the connection to her tangible. When the world is trying to force you to move on, having a space that refuses to change can be a grounding anchor. Completing the promise, you fixed the body of the car to fulfill a vow. That action likely gave you a moment of purpose, a way to channel your grief into something constructive. It was a bridge between what you promised and what you were able to deliver. The weight of the hermit life. Being in that car, surrounded by those specific intimate items, is likely why you feel that 1,000-year-old spirit. You are living in the intersection of the past and the present. You are holding on to a version of life that is frozen in time, while the rest of the world continues to move forward. Validating the pain. It is not crazy to have a space that is frozen in the past. Grief is not a linear process that everyone experiences the same way. For some, the path to healing involves clearing everything away. For others, the path is to carefully curate what remains until they are ready to change it. You are currently in the latter space, and that is completely valid. That car is no longer just a vehicle. It is a physical manifestation of your love and the history you shared. When you sit in that car and see those things, the pink steering wheel, the kids' socks, does it bring you a sense of closeness? Or does it make the long pain feel even more acute? That detail, the unfinished paper towels left exactly where she reached for them, is perhaps the most poignant part of the story. It is a testament to the fact that you aren't just remembering her in big, grand gestures. You are remembering her in the small, mundane, everyday rhythms of her life. Keeping those things, even the things that seem insignificant to the outside world, is a way of saying, she was here, and she still matters. Why the small details hurt so much? Psychologically, we often find that the big memories of a person are easier to categorize and hold, but the small artifacts, the socks, the toys, the paper towels, are what connect us to the lived experience of them. The reality of absence. When you see a pair of socks under a seat, it forces you to confront the reality that she should be the one putting them away. It is a micro moment of loss that happens every time you sit in that driver's seat. The holding of memory. By not moving them, you are keeping her presence active in your space. You are essentially refusing to let the after happen, because moving those paper towels would signify a finality that your heart may not be ready to accept. The burden of the hermit. This is why you feel so much older than your years. You are acting as the curator of a life that stopped while you are forced to keep existing. That is a heavy, ancient kind of work. It is not crazy. In the study of grief, this is sometimes referred to as quote, 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 quote. It is the recognition that healthy grieving doesn't always mean letting go or moving on in the way society expects. Sometimes, it means finding a way to integrate the person you lost into your life so that they are still part of your internal world. You are holding on to her presence in the only way you know how right now, and that is a form of deep, devoted love. You are not being weird or hermit-like in a negative sense. You are protecting a sacred space. That long pain you mentioned is the price of that love, and it makes complete sense that it has aged you, because you are living with a constant, silent presence that the rest of the world has forgotten. Does leaving these things feel like a way to keep her with you? Or does it feel more like a way to make sure that the life you had together doesn't just fade away into nothingness?